When you represent someone accused of a very serious crime, and in fact, they tell you that they're guilty, some people would say, how can you represent someone who committed such a heinous crime? How do you respond to that?
I think, we have a system in place that is to ensure that everyone gets a fair procedure when going through being accused of a crime. That doesn't mean that every, defendant, my job is to get an acquittal or get the prosecutor to dismiss the case. Sometimes my job is to make sure that their rights are respected, that the procedures outlined by the constitutional law, by California law are followed, that the system treats them fairly and justly, and that whatever the punishment is going to be fits the conduct that can be proven. So, sometimes it's just making sure things are fair, and it's not necessarily making sure that, every person that I represent gets an acquittal or the case dismissed.
So basically, it's a case where the DA may be wanting 30 years in prison, and you get to know the family, and you're going to argue for much, much less time, so it doesn't destroy his whole life, right?
Potentially. I mean, that's one hypothetical. Sometimes it's getting probation instead of state prison. Sometimes it's working out a different number if there's going to be multiple years in state prison on a case. Sometimes it's getting some of the charges thrown out or dismissed because it's overcharged and the evidence doesn't support all the charges, just some of them. It really just depends case to case, and there's no like broad general rule for it, other than as attorneys, I think we try to look at each case individually and determine whether what legal defenses are available, what factual defenses are available, and what would be fair based on our experience and what the laws are.